We continue our working day at Ukraine Crisis Media Center, and now the floor is given to Colonel Alexander Matuzyanik, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson on ATO-related issues. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, to your attention is the information about the events in the ATO region and also about the activity of the Ministry of Defense. During the last 24 hours in the region of ATO, the situation remained tense, but fully under control of the armed forces of Ukraine. Despite the decrease of the overall number of shellings, the enemy continued to shell positions of the Ukrainian armed forces with the use of 120mm mortars, on the whole launching at the direction of our positions about 100 shells. The Lugansk sector, yesterday it was relatively calm. During the second part of the day, illegal armed formations delivered 4 shellings of the detachments of the armed forces of Ukraine in the region of Novogorodska, Novozvanivka, Lugansk and Novoalexandrovka. Heavy weapons was not used. And we should note that twice Ukrainian forces returned fire with the use of mounted grenade launchers and large caliber machine guns. At the same time, in the Donetsk sector, it was rather hot. The enemy focused its activity near Pavlopil and delivered intensive shelling of our positions with the use of small arms and after including sniper weapons, and after 3 p.m. launched 75 mines at 120mm of caliber. Also, the enemy used 120mm mortars against our positions near Chermalik and Telakivka, and 82mm mortars against defenders of Vodyane, Avdiivka and Novotroitsk. On the whole, they recorded the explosion of 16 120mm and 15 of 82mm mines. And the militants also opened fire with the use of small arms and grenade launchers at the positions of Ukrainian defenders near Mariinka, Vodyane, Avdiivka and Novotroitsk. And nearly in all instances, Ukrainian servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine returned fire with mounted grenade launchers, small arms and weaponry of IFVs. On the whole, during the last 24 hours, the Russian occupation forces delivered 17 shellings of our positions along the line of confrontation, and in order to destroy personnel and firing means of the militants, servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine 10 times opened fire in return. Unfortunately, in enemy shelling near Pavlopil, 1 Ukrainian serviceman died. Our hearts go out to the relatives and families of the servicemen who died. And according to information provided by main intelligence department of MOD in temporarily occupied territories of Donetsk and Lugansk oblasts, armed mercenaries of Russian occupation forces continue to commit crimes and violations against civilians. Yesterday, on the 20th of November, in Lugansk, the militant of one of the rear detachments of the 2nd Army Corps attempted an armed robbery in the food store with the use of firearms and grenade. And now commanders of the militants try to deceive local residents concerning the service of this militant in the armed forces of Russian occupation forces by backdating his discharge. And in sector, the civil military cooperation group Shastya delivered field cable telephones and that were bought by Ukrainians, and also they provided to local multiple children, low-income families and elderly footwear, warm clothes and other clothes collected by volunteers. And the according to decree of the President of Ukraine, today on the 21st of November, they established a new holiday, the Paratroopers Day, and this is the day of Archangel Michael, and the new title of this troop now is attributed to them, the Landing and Assault Forces. And on the occasion, the President greeted the servicemen and handed over the new berets of dark red color with the new emblem. This is parachute canopy and the flaming wings of the Archangel Michael. Also, the President awarded 15 officers and soldiers of maritime forces being on the visit to Donetsk, and also 10 participants of ATO were awarded and received valuable gifts from the ministry. And from the start of ATO, the ministry awarded 45.5 thousand personnel, and also awarded 39.5 thousand the status of ATO participant, and also 118,000 servicemen and the employees of the armed forces of Ukraine got the status of the participant of combat actions. In Lviv, at the boxing championship of Ukraine, military sportsmen won gold, silver and bronze medals, and this championship was under the command of the chief trainer of the armed forces of Ukraine in boxing, Vladimir Zolotaryov, and more than 120 participants took part in this event from all regions of Ukraine. Thank you.